am going to come across with another unpopular opinion, and that's okay with me. You know what? My unpopular opinion kind of comes from a lot of my life experiences, so I'm allowed to have an unpopular opinion. So before you go on another diet, I really want you to listen to this. I want you to understand where I'm coming from with this. Maybe it's going to be a place of tough love, and maybe it's going to be coming from a place of truth bombs. But you really need to hear this, because I remember being so freaking overwhelmed. And guys, this was back in like when I was working, when I first started working in a gym. And I was training people and I was promoting these things to people. And I remember being so freaking overwhelmed with the numbers, the weighing, the measuring, you know, the thought of getting on the scale to see if anything had freaking changed yet. And I was at that point where I was like, I'm doing all the things. Why is nothing changing? Why am I not seeing numbers change? Why am I not losing weight? Why am I, like, it was this crazy emotional effed up, yes, roller coaster. And maybe you've been on it, maybe you haven't. You know, you start this diet, you think everything's going to go great. You take pictures, you weigh, you measure, you do all the things that they're telling you to do, yet you're not seeing anything. And, you know, you just continue on this cycle. And it's not a fun roller coaster where you can lift your arms up on the way down. It is one where you are hanging on for dear life because you're afraid of what's going to happen next. And I was completely emotionally exhausted. And the fact that that's what I was kind of told to promote made it even that much harder for me. But something happened, you know, like I broke free from that and I stopped dieting. What? Yes, I ran the other way because I was so tired of being exhausted and I was so tired of obsessing over the numbers and over not liking what I saw in the mirror and over this is what that one told me I should be doing and that one should be doing this one and blah, 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 blah. I just stopped pretending that another diet was the freaking answer because that was not what was the answer for me. And I'm going to tell you what, for probably about 99.9% of us, it's not the answer either. So my biggest thing, it was really hard to stop dieting because my goodness, we all need to go on a diet to lose weight. Unpopular opinion, I walked the other way. And I'm going to tell you, there were some fears. There was a fear of, if I don't follow this plan or stick to these numbers, I'm going to eat everything that's not nailed down and I'm going to gain weight. Scary thought, right? Oh, I was scared. I was scared because what if I gained weight? I'm a fitness instructor. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a health coach. I'm supposed to be promoting these things. But I can't promote something that doesn't work for me and doesn't work for like 99.9% of women, men, whoever it is that fits in this category, whoever it doesn't work for. I couldn't promote it because it was fake. It was fake to me, okay? I only let out one F word there. But here's how I did it. Right? This is the most important thing that you can take away from this video, podcast, however it is that you're absorbing this. This is the most important thing that you can take away from this. And here's exactly what I did. I stopped focusing on the damn numbers. What? I stopped letting the number on the scale define me. I stopped letting the numbers dictate what I could and couldn't eat. I stopped letting the size of my pants define who I was or make me feel whole. Because that's not where it's at. It's not in any freaking numbers. So that was my first step. I stopped focusing on the numbers. And for me, like looking and seeing things in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I didn't like this. So I had to focus a different way. I had to focus on appreciating my body for what it could do, on the fact that maybe I was a little stronger today than I was yesterday, or that maybe, you know, this felt better on me than it did yesterday. Like, oh, maybe my knees didn't hurt. You know, I focused on appreciating my body for what it was while working to become stronger from the inside out. Not working on looking a different way or changing the size jeans I wore, because that wasn't working for me. It was making me go insane. So that was my step number 2. Step number 3, this is one that is another unpopular opinion. I ate when I was hungry. What? can't tell you, and I've said this before, how many times I was at the end of the day and I was like, well, shit, I'm out of fat. Like, I have met my macros on fat, or I've met my macros on protein. So am I just supposed to eat like just one little, like, what am I supposed to eat? And I was hungry. So I stopped that. And I ate when I was hungry. I didn't eat a whole bag of Oreos when I was hungry. I ate things to satisfy my hunger. Stop it. Yes, you're allowed. You can do that. And you won't gain weight, you guys. It's freaking amazing when you change that focus. So amazing when you stop obsessing. That was my last step. I stopped obsessing. And just when I say that, I get worked up. Because the freaking obsession that I had was disgusting. It was insane. It affected my daily life. It affected my relationship with my family. It affected how I performed at work. It affected how I trained my clients and how I worked with them. It affected a lot of stuff. It affected my freaking sanity. It made me think that I needed another diet in order to feel complete. So I stopped obsessing over that. And you'll never guess what happened. Sis lost some weight. Like, I wasn't looking to be losing a bunch of weight, but I got to this point where the scale wasn't going up and down that 10 pounds all the time. So I maintained without obsessing. I maintained. And, now I gain weight here and I lose weight there, a couple pounds here and there every day, and I understood more why that was happening. I understood what was going on with my body. Not freaking out because, oh my gosh, I'm 4 pounds more today than I was yesterday. I can't eat. I stopped obsessing like that because it's not where it's at. I can tell you that. I can tell you in all honesty that is not where it's at. It is not about the weight. I learned how to be happy in the skin I'm in. And I'm going to tell you what, it sometimes can be a daily struggle. It can sometimes, those old habits and old thoughts can come creeping back. But I know what my goal is. I know why I'm doing these things. And it's not to lose weight or to fit in a certain size clothing or to look like her or to be like that one. That's not why I'm doing it. It's not why I'm doing it. It was always, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I lose those 5 pounds. I'll be happy when I can fit back into those jeans. Here's a funny story. Okay? And sometimes we're like, oh, I don't want to get rid of my fat clothes because if I lose, all these things that we label our clothing or whatever. I had this pair of shorts. This is totally unscripted. I had this pair of shorts and I bought them, I don't know how many years ago. And they didn't fit right in certain spots. So then I hated those spots on my body. I weighed less then than I do now. And I wore those shorts and rocked them this summer. So on that. Screw the numbers, right? Same size pants. My body's just different. That's it. And I weigh more. What is that about? How can that be possible? It's possible. You guys, it is so possible. You should be happy with who you are at any size. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to work on, changing some of that stuff, but obsessing over it and losing your sanity over it, you're not going to get to where you want to go. If it's because you think you'll be happy at this size or at this weight, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You really are. And that was something that I had to come to terms with. It was difficult. And sometimes, like I said, some of those habits and thoughts creep back up. But I got to a point where I said, you know what? I need to choose health mentally and physically and my peace of mind over my weight. And it has actually led me to the results that I was looking for anyway, which was being happy in my skin and feeling comfortable, liking what I see in the mirror, being sane, right? And not losing my sanity over the numbers, and not obsessing. So if you're feeling that, I want you to try this. I want you to try to stop dieting without the fear of having to worry about what's going to happen. Because if you give yourself what you need, and I always say this, you give your body what it needs, it does what it's supposed to. And if you love yourself from the inside out and quit focusing on all the wrong things, the right things will fall into place. I had to let go of a lot of negative thoughts and behaviors and mental patterns. And dude, it's been a struggle. I say sometimes, and it gets me choked up, it has been a struggle, but it is so worth it. And it is so worth helping other people overcome that struggle that I was once in. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I will never claim to be. but I can tell you that I've been down a few roads, and I know which ones have helped me turn things around. And in all honesty, guys, this is like why I do what I do. And I'm actually hosting next week a masterclass on all these things. And I'm going to put the link in the comments, because it would not be right for me not to share this story with people, not to promote what I fully, wholeheartedly believe will help people. And it is not another freaking diet. I will promise you that. I will promise you that. I'll promise you that there probably won't be any pictures weighing or measuring, because I don't really do that anymore. Honestly, I don't even ever have an after picture, because, like, this is me just being healthy for the long run. Mind, body, spirit, from the inside out. Not trying to see that I don't have this much hanging over my pants, or whatever it is that the before and after pictures were actually taken for, only to aggravate me, probably, pretty much. But, so yes, I stopped dieting, and I did a lot of soul searching, and I did a lot of work from the inside out. And that's what I want to help other people with. So today, I want you to make a commitment to yourself to just consider it. Consider not going on another diet. Consider stopping dieting altogether. Consider those little steps that I had said I did. I stopped focusing on the numbers. I stopped obsessing. I focused on appreciating my body for what it could do, and focusing on health. And I ate when I was hungry. Try those things. Trust yourself. Know that you won't gain that weight. I promise. And the reason why I promise you is because if you're doing it for the right reasons, it will fall into place. Okay? That is all I have for you today. So I hope that this unpopular opinion that I just threw out there with my life experiences has helped you, has maybe helped you open your mind a little bit, thinking like, it's not a diet that's going to make me happy. And maybe it is. Maybe that's what works for you. Not for me, and not for a lot of the people I work with. So that is why I have to help promote this, because what I was being made to promote wasn't working for me. So it was fake. I couldn't promote it. I could not promote it. End of that. I couldn't promote it. So I've changed things because I've seen how it works for me. I've seen how it works for a lot of my clients that I work with that trust themselves to understand this process and to work on themselves from the inside out. So with that, I will leave you to think about this, to ponder on whether or not you need another diet to make yourself feel complete. And I want you to share this love with somebody that may be struggling with this, or maybe is constantly going from diet to diet to diet. And if not this live itself, that link for the masterclass will definitely open your mind and open your eyes, and you'll see things in a totally different way. That's all I have for you guys today. We'll chat later. Have a great day.